There was a man, he was always worried. And he had a friend who was never worried. You know, some people are so positive, they can get on your nerves. And this other man was so positive that it bothered his friends. How come he's always so positive? To anything that would happen, he would say, it could have been worse. It might have been worse. It could have been worse. It might have been worse. And his friends thought, this is weird. This guy is never worried. No matter how bad things go, he's always saying, it could have been worse. So one day, he went to his friend and he said, you know what? Last night, I had a terrible dream. He said, why? What did you dream? He said, I dreamt that I was driving and I met an accident and I died right there, and messengers of death came and dragged me all the way to hell, and there they skinned me alive, and they had this big bowl of boiling oil, and they put me in it and they started frying me. And he said, then I woke up, I was all sweaty and I was all scared. And the other man said, this positive guy, he said, don't be worried, that's nothing, it could have been worse. He said, what do you mean it could have been worse? How could it possibly have been any worse? He said, it could have been true. He said, it could have been true. If you just look at your own life in the past, there were so many fears, so many worries. What if this happened? What if that happened? What will I do if this thing hit me this time? What will I do if I lose my job tomorrow? How will I pay my mortgage? How will I take care of finances? What if my partner leaves me? What if what I heard is true? But most of those fears were baseless. Even if markets went down, even if economies went into recession, even if you lost your job, the truth is you found another one. Maybe there was a downturn, a downtime, you had to do with less, but that's all. It's not like you had to go out on the street or be on dole checks. There were no social security payments you had to tap into. So most of the fears is just because mind likes to talk. That's all. If you see a toddler playing, he or she, with either a doll or a couple of moving toys, they're talking all the time. They're playing and in their own world and they're talking. Similarly, your mind is talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And talking and talking and talking and more. The more you try to stay away from negative thoughts, the more they will come and get you. Because your mind does not understand do's and don'ts. It only knows the object. If you say, I'm not going to have tea, for example, it does not know that you are telling it not to have tea. It is only thinking about tea. There's a story I wrote on my blog a fair while ago. There was this lady. She had everything, but yet she was not happy. Pretty normal scenario if you ask me. People have everything, yet they're not happy. And she went to this mystic. And she said, can you please give me something, some charm, some talisman, something that will make me happy? He didn't know what to say because she had everything, yet she was unhappy. He said, okay, I'm going to give you this sacred metal, piece of metal. You go to the banyan tree on the full moon night, 15 days from now, and bury it near the root. And all your worries will go away. She said, that's all? He said, yes. She said, I can do this? No problem. He said, oh, there is only one condition. At that time when you bury, you must not think about any three-legged elephant, or a talking frog, or a lame monkey. You can think of anything else in the world except these three things. Then you're good. She said, that's very easy. For the next 15 days, she kept reminding herself that I'm not going to think about the three-legged elephant, the lame monkey, or the talking frog. Should be easy, because she was always, every day, reminding herself, this is what I'm going to avoid thinking when I bury the coin, the metal. That day finally came. And when she went to put the metal under the ground, there were only three things that she could think of: the elephant, the lame monkey, and the frog. She tried so hard to not allow those three things to enter her mind, but they were the only things that keep coming back to her. When you try to steer away from negativity, thinking, I am not going to think these things, now you're introducing double negativity. You're saying, I'm not going to think of these things. So all you have to do is focus on what you want to think about and not what you don't want to think about. This is the fundamental law of attraction in action. You cannot avoid by thinking, I don't want these things. Your thought will become so intense, the purity and the power of your thought, you will keep getting those things back. Instead, if you just change the drift of your mind, of your thoughts, and you just focus on what it is that you aim to do, you will gain strength. There's this Native American story, an old man asked his grandson, he said, if I have two bulls, one is very calm and quiet, the other one is very angry and swift. If they both go to fight, who of the two will win? What do you think? Who should win? One is calm and quiet, the other one's angry. So his grandchildren said different things. Somebody said the calm one will win because it'll be more composed. Some said the angry one will win because it's more aggressive. He said the truth is, the one I feed more is going to win. So there is a calm bull, there's an angry bull in the mind. The positive and the negative thoughts. If you feed the negative thoughts will grow stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And they will win over your positive thoughts. And that is a very tragic state. If your negativity wins over your positivity, then you will just keep feeling something is missing and you don't know what. You will try all the other things to somehow make you happy, make you feel good, but they'll all become very temporary. Today you're happy, tomorrow you're not. Today you're good, tomorrow you're not. And this is the journey of turning inward, going in so you remain unaffected. And one of the things I always say is, how comfortable you are with yourself, you can only know if you spend time with yourself. So if you were to lock yourself up in a room for a day, take some provisions with you, and disconnect yourself from the world, all communications, no phone, internet, no TV, nothing. And then observe yourself, can I live with myself? If you cannot live with yourself, if you are not happy in your own company when you're just by yourself, please don't expect that others will be happy in your company. It's a simple test. And when you go in solitude, in the beginning, it haunts. It's it causes restlessness, agitation. Your mind wants to run away. You would want to run away. You would want to do things. You would want to somehow speak to somebody, see somebody, hear somebody. But if you just listen to your mind and say, what is causing this agitation? It will start to turn inward. Suddenly you will see your own reflection within you, and you will gain this sense of peace, and you will come out a transformed person. You will come out awake.